Let's take a quick look at the Lawful Intercept Lab. That's located here from the front page. I'll click on this and we're going to pick a test that I've already created, but these tests can be created very quickly in a matter of seconds. This is all there is to setting up the test. So to test a lawful intercept device, um, you want to generate, kind of like testing a firewall, you want to generate lots and lots of legitimate traffic, and then you want to place within that traffic some needles, which are the numbers or the text that the lawful intercept device is searching for. And so you put a few needles in there, but surround it, but create the haystack of lots and lots of legitimate traffic that lawful intercept device has to sift through if it's going to find what it's looking for. So in this case, what we have is a laptop running VMs, and so I've got two ports that are going to connect directly to each other. So since I'm in that environment, I'm going to keep traffic down to a very low level. Of course, you can run traffic much higher than this. You can run it at line rate, 10 gigabits or 40 gigabits or whatever you have in your system. The enterprise background traffic, and you'll see that in a minute, is voice, data, video type traffic that you might see in a typical enterprise. And so in this case, no device under test, just breaking point. This test is going to run for 30 seconds. So in this particular case, I'm going to use Facebook, but these are the other choices I had. But with Facebook, what's going to happen is I'm going to send within this legitimate traffic, there's also going to be some Facebook superflows going through, and some of these superflows, the superflows are going to contain credit card numbers. I could have set up phone numbers or social security numbers or something else. I could also, once I picked my credit card number, I've got my credit card. Once I've selected credit card, I have several different credit cards to choose from. And so once I've looked at those, I decide how many I want to send, and I've set it to 10. But since I'm using such a small amount of traffic, and I'm going to only send one of these messages every 100 flows or so, then what we should get is a small number of Facebook messages. I'm going to hit save and run and then pause while until this test gets going. All right, my test has started. You can see needles are showing up in the traffic, and we're about halfway through the test already. This is a new tab for lawful intercept that you don't normally see when you're running an app sim or security attacks using breaking point. If I jump to application, these other tabs are the same tabs that you're used to seeing. So while it's finishing, I'll hit close. You'll see here's the different applications that I'm using as background traffic, and it includes Facebook. So Facebook is going through, but we have a specific superflow that has these needles inserted in it. So let's take a quick look at what it says here, 18 cents. So there should be 18 needles here. And they start with, they're all the same, and they start, well, they're not all the same. But I want to look at one of these needles, so I'm writing down 448247. And we're going to go back and look at the real traffic that went through during this test and find that needle. Before I do that, let's actually look at the superflow that we've been sending. So this is going to be the Facebook Chrome lawful intercept superflow, and this client server interactions that would happen between a real client and a real Facebook server. Now, if I look down in here, you see Facebook is the type of application. If I look down in here, I got a couple places where text is being used for example, a chat message. Well, if I open that up and look, what you see right here is needle. This is where Breaking Point is using one of its features to generate um, random sets of credit card numbers. In this particular case, Visa credit card numbers. And there's actually several places in here where it can do that. I've got another needle here under the chat response, and I've got another one under the send message. So these are our token substitution features being used specifically for this kind of a test. One more thing just for fun, and I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to export this traffic capture, packet capture into Wireshark. So I'm going to hit the export button and we'll be back. So here's the traffic capture. And I wrote down that credit card number, or part of it, enough to be able to find it. Let's go Control F, and now we're going to use string, and we're going to use details, and I'm going to enter in that number 448247 and hit return and let it do a search. And now we see that we've got one of the messages here. Now I can find the message up in here. It's round in the middle of the screen, and possibly that post message. So there's my IP address to 1275207. So I'm thinking that's probably well, it could be this address right here, but not address, that packet. But down here, if I go searching, I'm going to come down and we're going to see our actual needle, and there it is. Body 448-247-739-95-984-64. That is our Visa credit card. And so we've seen the actual needle in the actual traffic going by, and this is it. This is our lawful intercept feature.